Welcome to Brain Fuel. In this video, we break down the concept of job analysis, a foundational topic in human resource management. You'll learn what job analysis really means, its key objectives like simplifying work and setting performance standards, the two major components, job description and job specification. Simple examples to help you understand and remember each concept, whether you are preparing for your exams or just want to grasp HRM basics. This video is designed to make learning easy and clear. Watch till the end and quick recap and memory hacks. Job analysis is like taking a magnifying glass to a job role, studying what the job involves, what tasks are performed, and what skills are needed. There are two definitions given by two different scientists. Edwin B. Filippo says job analysis is the process of collecting information about job duties and responsibilities, the outcome, two key documents, job description and job specification. As well as Dale Yoder emphasizes that job analysis is the systematic way to discover and record facts about each job and why this matters. Without job analysis, HR decisions like hiring, training, and performance reviews would be based on guesswork. Here, I want to make you understand what Edwin B. Filippo says job analysis is a process of collecting information about job duties and responsibilities. So like what are the duties, roles and responsibilities? Like if you are a person who is doing coding, like what are the duties and responsibilities you have? Like collecting that is called job analysis process. The outcome, two key documents, job description and job specification. Like whenever there are interview postings, you can see job description and job specification. Going to the next one. To simplify work, job analysis helps break down complex tasks into simpler steps. Objectives of job analysis. For example, if a company finds that employees are struggling with a software tool, job analytics might suggest redesigning the role or offer training. Here, see, job analysis helps break down complex tasks into simpler steps. Example, if a company finds that employees are struggling with software tools, job analysis might suggest redesigning or offering a training. If a company finds that employees are facing any issues with their software tool, what job analysis will do? They will suggest to redesign the model or offer training to the employees to get to know what and how the software tool works to make it simple and effective to work. Okay, up next, to set performance standards. It defines what good performance looks like. Example, a sales job might have targets like close 10 deals per month. These standards come from analyzing jobs. So, here how this example came up. See, a sales job might have targets like close 10 deals per month. These standards come from analyzing jobs. See, if there are 10 different people, like person A does 20 sales, person B does 5 sales, person C does 7 sales, person D does 10 sales. So on an average 10 people do 9.5 sales per month. So the company sets target to do 10 sales per month. Okay, this is how a good performance to set performance standards work in job analysis. Next, to support other personal activities. Recruitment. What's recruitment? Like hiring an employee to do their work. Okay. Training. By identifying skill gaps. So even if you are master at coding, like an organization needs you to work in their way. So the skills required will be made learned to each and every employee. Okay. compensation by evaluating job difficulty. So yeah, of course there will be a compensation. See, if it's a night shift, there will be a night shift allowance to employees. Performance appraisal by comparing actual versus expected performance. This is a performance appraisal we will discuss in our upcoming topics. What's appraisal? What's the definition, meaning, and significance? In short, appraisal means the hike or the increment that an organization will give you for 6 months, 3 months, or 1 year. It depends on the organization totally. So yeah, we will discuss deep in this topic on our upcoming videos. Up next, the components of traditional job analysis. This is divided into two parts. Part 1, job description, and part 2 is job specification. This is written summary of what the job involves, what the employee does, what an employee does in an organization. Before approaching to the interview, candidates will be given a job description, what they have to perform, what they have to do, how they do it, and why they do it will be made them learn in the upcoming training sessions, etc. And the second point is job specification. This focuses on the person during the job, minimum qualifications, skills and experience, physical and mental experience. For example, for a customer service role, the job specification might include good communication skills, patience and basic computer knowledge. See, what's the customer service role? If any organization, there is a large organization like Amazon, see they sell multiple electronics, clothings, etc, etc. They sell multiple items, so there will be a multiple queries daily incoming customers to report their issues. So this is called customer service role, and the job specification is minimum qualifications like inter degree and skills and experience. They will need some skills like typing speed and experience in previous organizations. Physical and mental abilities. Physical is something that can be considered or not, because few companies accept if they are physically disabled or anything, but mentally they have to be 100% good at work. And last but not least, don't forget to like the video, share it to your peers, comment your thoughts and questions, comment any topic, any subject, we'll get it for you, we'll explain it here, we'll hire lectures if needed. If you give good support, we'll get it for you. Subscribe to Brain Fuel for more visual learning context. Welcome back to Brain Fuel, where we turn textbook theory into practical clarity. Today's topic, performance appraisal, a cornerstone of human resource management, and that goes far beyond just rating employees. Think of it as the GPS for workplace growth. It helps organizations track how well people are doing, where they can improve, and how to unlock their full potential. Whether you are a business student, a future manager, or just curious about how companies make smart HR decisions, this concept is a must know. Next slide. In this video, we'll break down the definition, explore the characteristics, and dive into the objectives of performance appraisal. All in a way that's simple, visual, and easy to remember. Let's get started and fuel your brain with knowledge that sticks. So, definition of performance appraisal. According to Dale S. Beach, performance appraisal is a systematic evaluation of the individual with regard to his or her performance on the job and his or her potential for development. And there is another saying from Edwin B. Filippo, performance appraisal is a systematic, periodic, and an impartial rating of employees' excellence in matters pertaining to his or her present job and his or her potential for a better job. So, what did Dale S. Beach say? Performance appraisal is a system. First of all, you must know what is appraisal. So, every 3 months or 6 months or for a year, there will be a hike or increment for an employee or in an organization according to the inflation rate in their country accordingly. It might differ from different to different company. The set of rules might change, but basically it's that. So in our country, we consider inflation to increment or appraisal. So here, performance appraisal. The appraisal means increment based on the performance is the systematic evaluation of the individual with regard to his or her performance. Is a systematic evaluation means they score according to their individual with regard to his or her performance. See here clearly he states that appraisal will be evaluated on the basis of his or her performance on the job and his or her potential for development, like how much a HR or the management expects from them to develop in the upcoming years. So just erase it all. According to Edwin B. Filippo, performance appraisal is a systematic, periodic and an impartial reading of employees' excellence in the matters of retaining to his or her present job and his or her potential for a better job. According what Edwin B said is, performance appraisal is a systematic and periodic. It's a systematic and periodic, just like I said just now. 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. It's periodic and an impartial rating of employees' excellence. Employees' excellence means how they are doing their job and what is their potential in matters pertaining to his or her present job. Just like I said, present job and his or her potential for better job, like promoting them to other positions, just like that. There are so many examples for that. Let's just skip and continue our video. So the characteristics of performance appraisal. What are the characteristics of a performance appraisal? It is a systematic evaluation of employee performance. See here, it is a systematic evaluation of the employee performance. Employee performance will be evaluated systematically. It consists of sequentially organized steps. For everything we have steps like to do, what to do and how to do in step 1, step 2, step 3, like that, no? So here also same thing, sequentially organized steps. It's made by the company or organization, firm, anything it may be. It is a continuous process. They have to evaluate each and every employee and give them appraisal, and it's a continuous process. Every year or every 6 months it has to be happen for sure, or else the employees will leave the company or lose their interest in working in certain environments where their production or their effort is not appreciated in terms of money. Where evaluations are arranged periodically and according to a definite plan. They will have a plan and they will arrange it periodically. It is a systematic assessment of employees' strengths and weakness related to the job. It's a systematic assessment. It is a systematic assessment. Like there is a system with HRs of employees to determine their strengths and weakness related to jobs. Like HR will have all the data. If you have watched our previous videos, I have already explained it in HRIS, Human Resource Information System. They will all have all the information regarding the employees, what they do, what they cannot do, what are their strengths, what are their weakness, and it's a scientific approach. Okay. Objectives of performance appraisal. So what are the objectives of performance appraisal? Like what it has to achieve? To evaluate employee performance and provide feedback so they understand where they stand and how to improve. So To evaluate employees performance will be evaluated on basis of their performance. So what this will do is, the objective of the performance appraisal is to provide feedback. You know what's feedback? When an employee does a work in an organization, they will get a feedback or a comment from anyone, like team lead, HR, anyone, it might be manager. So they will get a comment from them. It's called feedback. Like, what can I say? If you did a coding, you did run a coding, it's very good or it's very bad. So a team lead or a HR or a manager will approach you or call them to you. So they will make a comment on it. So what they will explain is, understand where they stand and how to improve. This is said to employee. What are their pros? What are their cons? How to improve? It all will be explained. So this is called as feedback, and it is done in each and every organization. It is totally unrelated to what organization does. Okay. To provide organized information for making HR decisions like placement, pay, transfer, promotion, or disciplinary actions. See here, to provide organized information, the information will be organized according to HRIS. This will be based for making HR decisions like placement. Like, see, if an low level agent or a low level worker is doing a great work at great pay, and he has a potential to have to lead a team, or he has leadership qualities, and there is a team lead who is who has become a lazy person, from he has been in the position from like 5 years or 10 years, he is not doing his work. So what HR will do is, he will observe from the organized information, they will demote the team leader and promote the employee to team leader position. So this is what it explains: placement and whom to pay, how much to pay more. Okay. If an employee is doing great work at their job, they should be appraised with the performance appraisal for sure, according to the metrics for sure. Transfer. If someone has good leadership qualities and you are opening a new branch in another country and he has good leadership qualities, you can transfer him, like he's the most trusted person in your organization, so you can do transfer. Promotion, as we have talked, placement, it will be covered in promotion only. And disciplinary actions. So what are disciplinary actions? Disciplinary actions are something like, it is out of rules and regulations of the company. It is called disciplinary actions. It will be like, mostly the disciplinary actions will be termination only, or first warning, second warning, third warning, like that. To determine employee strengths and weaknesses in order to identify further training needs. If an employee has good strengths, he will be promoted as trainer, and weakness in order to identify the further training. If an employee has weakness at their work, a HR will check with his reports, what he has done and where he needs training. They will schedule training, and that's it. The employee will be trained further. So, to reduce grievances by developing positive superior subordinate relationships. So, what is grievances? If you are sad with something, if an employee is sad with something, or 10 employees are sad with something, what this will do is to reduce grievances. Employee will share their grievances by developing positive superior subordinate. Sometimes what people or an employee needs is, all they want is someone to listen. Also, this is basic important term in customer support. To confirm the services of probation employees upon satisfactory completion of the probation period. So what's probation period? It's a term like you will be in the training or under observation in the first few months of you working in a new organization. It will be like 3 months, 6 months. In the probation period you will not get any leaves, and you will be monitored with everyone like client, manager, your HR, your team lead. So everyone will be monitoring you to confirm the services of probationary employees upon satisfactory completion of their probation period. Like how they done their probation period. Is it good employees work for the organization, or employees not good for the organization? Like that they will decide. And that wraps up our deep dive into the performance appraisal, from its definition and characteristics to its key objectives in human resource. If this helps simplify your understanding, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Brain Fuel, where we turn complex business concepts into clear exam ready insights. So, got questions or want us to cover another topic? Drop it in the comments. We are building this channel with you for you. Until next time, keep learning, stay curious, and fuel your brain with knowledge that sticks. Welcome back to Brain Fuel, where learning meets clarity and creativity. Today, we are diving into key concept in human resource management, manpower planning. Let's break it down. Manpower planning is also known as HR planning, is a process of determining how many people an organization needs and how to meet those needs effectively, as Coleman puts it. So, manpower planning is a process of determining manpower requirements and means for meeting these requirements in order to carry out the integrated plans of the organization. Coleman Bruce. So, this statement was stated by Coleman Bruce. Manpower planning. So, if you are making a building, so okay, if there is a time period of 2 months to build first floor, okay, so if you take 40 people, it will take 4 months. If you hire 80 laborers, it will take 2 months. So yeah, this is manpower planning, is a process of determining manpower requirements. See here, 80 people are required, and the means for meeting these requirements, the means for meeting requirements here is 80 laborers at a time for 2 months straight, and carry out the integrated plans of the organization. Here we took example of building, there he took the example of organization. Okay, this is what Coleman Bruce stated. Also known as HR planning, it ensures right number of people with right skills are available when needed. So what HR planning is, to ensure right number of people. See, we require 18 number of people with building skills and are available when needed. We need them for straight 2 months. Objectives of HR manpower planning. Forecast future human resource needs. Here, as we took an example of 80 laborers for 2 months straight, we will stick to that example. So we will consider it here. Forecast future human resource needs. We have forecasted that 80 laborers are required for 2 months straight. This is the forecast. Optimize use of current manpower. See if there are 80 laborers and only 60 are working for you and 20 are taking rest, roaming here and there, doing their household works. We have to look over them and see if they are doing their exact work or not. Ensure adequate manpower ability. Align manpower planning with corporate goals. So here the goal is to make the building in 2 months. If 80 people work together according to the plan, so here aligning manpower planning according to the manpower planning, we require 80 people as planned, and the goal is to build first floor within 2 months. Identify surplus and shortage to avoid demotivation. There should be no additional laborers or shortage in laborers to avoid demotivation. If there are more people work will be less. Less number of people, work will be more. So we have to make sure there are no adequate people or no shortage in people who can work. Features of HR manpower planning. Future oriented. Focuses on upcoming manpower needs. See, if for here we take an example of a company which makes sweaters. So, how HR will plan for the future? He will start making sweaters and hire more laborers like manpower needs for upcoming winter season. Like they will pile up the stocks and sell them in winter season when there is a high demand. Okay, this is a continuous process, adapts to changing organizational and environmental conditions. Okay, so this is a continuous process. This is continuously ongoing process throughout the year, or how many years the organization will be in the field. So up next, integrated with corporate planning, HR planning is not standalone. It supports broader business goals. So HR planning is not a standalone. Standalone means it is not only for the HR. It's for all the employees, managers, team leads, supervisors, anything it may be. It supports broader business goals. So the fourth feature is quantitative and qualitative. Balances numbers with latent quality. So there will be there should be balance between numbers and talent quality. So managerial responsibility ensures effective use of human resources. Okay, so every employee must be used like human as a resource. So it's a time based, long term 5 plus years aligned with economic and labor trends, short term 1 to 2 years. Both are complementary and should work together. Manpower planning isn't just about numbers, it's about strategy, foresights, and making sure your team is ready for tomorrow. Stay tuned for more insights right there here on Brain Fuel. And remember, smart planning fuels smart growth. Please like, share, subscribe to your classmates or who are studying HR management or human resource management. So, for most MBA students will require it. Please like, share, and subscribe for sure. Welcome back to Brain Fuel, where we turn complex business concepts into bite-sized brilliance. Today, we are diving into one of the most crucial pillars of human resource management: recruitment. Whether you are building a startup or managing a multinational team, understanding how to attract the right talent can make or break your organization. We'll explore what recruitment really means, break down its key objectives, and walk through the step by step process that companies use and find the perfect fit both in real world and virtual space. So grab your notes and let's fuel your brain with some HRM power. Recruitment virtual versus real. Definition of recruitment. Recruitment is the development and maintenance of adequate manpower resources. It involves the creation of a pool of available labor upon whom the organization can depend when it needs additional manpower. This was given by Dale S. Beach. So, recruitment is the development and maintenance of adequate manpower resources. Here, adequate means the required amount of manpower resources. So what Dale S. Beach said is recruitment is the development and maintenance of adequate manpower resources. Developing and maintaining the correct number of manpower resource. It involves the creation of pool of available labor upon whom the organization can depend when it needs additional manpower. So creation of pool, like hiring huge number of laborers when it requires additional manpower. So this was stated by Dale S. Beach. Recruitment is the process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for jobs in the organization. This was given by Edwin B. Filipino. Let's erase this. So, what Edwin B. Filippo says is recruitment is a process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for jobs in the organization. Like, stimulating means making them to apply job in your organization, like making them know the benefits, the salary and the hike, or the potential of work, anything it might be, just to attract the people out of the organization to make them employees of the organization. So, objectives of recruitment: build a pool of skilled and potential candidates. Here, the potential candidates, if you're looking for someone who can do coding for you, the potential candidates will be someone who has done BTech or who has done courses like C++, Java, Python, etc. Forecasting HR needs using statistical tools. So there are some internal tools to calculate the needs of the employees in huge quantities at the particular time of the year. So that are the statistical tools to forecast the HR needs. So if a HR needs 200 employees in a particular period of time, so they will forecast using statistical tools, increase job applicants and minimal cost. So we have to stimulate people to join our organization in the minimum cost, like doing a digital marketing, paper marketing, etc. etc. There are different types of marketing to increase job applicants at minimum cost. Mouth to mouth word and reference benefits who are working in the company or existing employees. Coming to align recruitment with strategic goals. So, if you have a strategical goal of 300 employees, you have to align the recruitment with using strategic goals. Use effective tools and improve section efficiency. So, what tools will you use to improve section efficiency to hire BTech people or the people who has done coding? So, in the trending, you can use AI, eliminate the fake people who doesn't have any experience in C++ coding or Java or any BTech. Okay. Up next, process of recruitment. So there are various steps in the recruitment process. Step 1, recruitment planning, identifying number and type of vacancies. So the recruitment planning is identifying number and type of vacancies. If you have 200 vacancies who can do coding, so you have to identify the number, how many people are required and what type of people are required for the job. Set targets for applications and yield ratio. If the ratio is 100 is to 3, set targets accordingly. If you want to hire 30 members, you have to set a goal of 3000. Step 2, strategic development. Decide where to, how to, and when to recruit. Here, campus and fairs are example. Okay, you know campus placements. So if you're looking for a person who can do coding, you can go for a campus like which campus has BTech, and look for the people who are great at their skills, great at studying, great at coding, and you can hire them. And how to recruit: internal versus external sources. External sources will be digital marketing, the campus fairs, etc., etc., and the internal sources will be the existing employees. You can like insist them to make other people join our organization, give them rewards upon upon making other people join using the referral. You can offer them this much amount of money. Every organization gives a different amount, but this is how it works usually. Decide when to recruit. If there is a season, like if you want more number of employees in the month of November, December and January, you take that case. You have to notify them that whenever the interview has happened, We will only able to make you join our company at the month of November for these 3 months only. Step 3. Searching begins after line manager signals a vacancy. Active search for suitable candidates start here. So whenever a manager signals a vacancy, a HR has to active search for suitable candidates. So this will start here. The hiring process will be started here. And that wraps our deep dive into recruitment virtual versus real, from definitions to objectives and full process that powers modern hiring strategies. Whether you are an HR student, a future manager, or just curious about how organizations build their dream teams, I hope this gave you clarity and confidence. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Brain Fuel. Well, learning meets creativity. Got questions or you want us to cover a specific topic next? Drop it in the comments. Your ideas fuel this channel. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep your brains fueled. Hey learners, welcome back to Brain Fuel, where business concepts get simplified, visualized, and supercharged for you and your success. Today, we are zooming in a key HRM topic that decides who gets hired and who doesn't. The selection process, from initial interviews to psychological tests and even physical exams, selection is more than just picking a candidate. It's a strategic filter that shapes the future of any organization. So, if you are preparing for your exams, interviews, or just want to understand how hiring really works, this video is a shortcut to clarity. Let's break it down step by step and fuel your brain with some serious HR wisdom. So, selection process in HRM. Selection, so this was told by Yoder. Selection is a process by which candidates for employee are divided, those who will be offered employment and those who will not. So, according to Yoder, selection is a process in by which candidates for employment are divided. So, the candidates will be divided for employment in their particular organization, or those who will be offered employment and those who will not. Selection is the process of choosing from among the candidates from within the organization or from outside the most suitable person for the current or future position. This was stated by Kuntz. Selection is the process of choosing from among the candidates from within the organization. So, here what it means by within the organization, like if they are looking for a team lead role, so they can select within organization. If a person or an employee who is at low level of the organization and doing great things at his job and also has leadership skills, he can be chosen for the team lead role. Or from outside, here outside means they can choose an employee or a team leader outside the organization, the most suitable person for the current or future position. So there are number of steps in selection process. So here we start steps in the selection process. Step 1, preliminary interview, basically the first round of interview, a short initial screening to eliminate unqualified candidates, accesses basic info, education, experience, personality, and salary expectations. If promising, the candidate receives an application form. So, here, a initial screening to eliminate unqualified candidates. If an organization is looking for a candidate who has done with the degree and the candidate who has approached for the interview has only inter or 10 plus 2 qualification, So they will eliminate this candidate who has 10 plus 2 only. He will be told as you are unqualified for the job. So as such to basic info, education, experience, personality and salary expectations. See, basically if a person has, for suppose, 12 lakhs per annum expectation and the company is only offering 9 lakhs per annum in their offers. Okay, so at the point of salary expectations, he might be rejected or can be negotiated to 9 lakhs package. Here, education, as we discussed the first point, the qualification and the experience. If the organization requires experience of 1 year or 2 years and a fresher candidate approves the organization for the interview, he will be unqualified. And the personality, the way the person is dressed and how he speaks, how he talks, the way like he gives hand motions, like he shows emotions in his words or not. If they are choosing for a coding, it will be not required, but if they are selecting for a customer experience or customer support, then the personality is required for sure. If promising, like if the candidate is promising that all the above are satisfied. See, all the above means qualification is qualified and the person has personality and the salary expectations as per company norms, experience and education, everything is perfect according to the organization requirements, then the candidate receives an application form. Let's go into the next step. The application form collects written data, personal info, qualifications, experience, salary expectations, helps eliminate unsuitable candidates and maintain records. So there is nothing much difference in this second step as compared to first step. Collects written data like collecting resumes, personal information like where they studied, when they studied, what they studied, qualifications, experience, and what experience they hold, what are the salary expectations from their organization. This helps eliminate unsuitable candidates and maintain records. See, if an organization has a condition like if a candidate approaches for the interview, then he can't approach for the interview for next 30 days. Then in this case, they can maintain records. If the candidate approaches again, they can unqualify the candidate again immediately. Like if the candidate approaches within 30 days of time period. Let's go to step 3. Check for reference. Evaluates candidate background via former employees, friends, or professionals. So here, evaluating background, like if there is an employee, existing co-worker of the organization, and he refers this candidate to approach interview. This evaluates candidate a background via former employees or friends or professionals. Ensures credibility and reliability. Next, coming to step 4, psychological tests. Assesses behavioral traits and performance potential. Useful for understanding personality differences. So there will be some kind of steps. Usually round 2 or round 3 or the interview, this psychological test happens where there is a test as per the organization's requirements. There will be a performance potential, like how much is the employee or candidates potential to do work in their organization. Useful for understanding and personality differences. See, every person is different, has different personalities. The one who has the required personalities for the organization will be chosen. Coming to the step 5, employment interviews. This is a most widely used technique. Why this is a most widely used technique? Let's learn. Structured interview. Preset questions based on job specifications. Here specs means specifications. Okay, so what are the job specifications? Job specifications is nothing but the specifications which are required to do the job in the organization, the skills required to do the job or the make the work done at the end of the day in the organization. There are two types in this, structured and unstructured. Open-ended discussion about experiences, aspirations, fears, required skill interviews. So here most of the organizations will follow unstructured interview where they ask open-ended questions like if you write playing chess is my hobby, what is your n2 to so there is a calculation of chess, there is a n2 or something they call it, there is a score for chess. So they will like ask a open-ended question, what is your n2 score. Okay, so never make mistakes on your resume, just write what you know. And about experiences, like previous experiences they hold in other organizations. Aspirations and fears, what are their goals to achieve and what are their fears. Requires skilled interviewers. This requires skilled interviewers. If you even ask open-ended discussion and the candidate will not be able to answer all the questions perfectly, but he communicates in a good manner, like even if he's wrong, he states it fluently, like without a break, the communication skills you required will be fulfilled. So this requires a lot of skill to the interviewers too. The person who is doing interview is also important in this step. Step 6. Approval by supervisors. Supervisors evaluate the job specific knowledge and qualifications. Final approval for selection is granted if satisfied. Only and when the supervisor is satisfied from the candidate that he can do the job in this organization, then only the final selection will be granted if satisfied. Step 7. Physical examinations. Matches physical capabilities with job requirements, protects company from future compensation claims. So here if we take an example of timber cutting company, a candidate comes with only one leg. Here in timber factory a person will require two legs for sure, because there will be a heavy load they will be carrying around, each and every day, every time they'll have to carry heavy load, and with one leg he can never do it. So if they hire an employee like that, they can file a claim for compensations too. So in this step, they eliminate these type of people to protect companies from future compensation claims. Step 8. Induction and orientation. Induction is something like when a new candidate joins a company and HR or the president or the CEO of the company will approach the batch of employees, or if there are few employees or a single employee who has been hired, they will let them know what, when, and where the company started, in which year, and what they do, do's and don'ts in the company, rules and regulations, privacy policy, POSH, etc. etc. They will explain everything to the employee how to behave correctly in their organization. Introduces new employees to organization's work and profile, vision, mission and goals, culture, values, policies, growth paths and code of conduct. Selection isn't just about filling vacancies, it's about shaping the future of an organization, one decision at a time, from interviews to inductions. Each step ensures the right person lands in the right role. Thanks for turning into Brain Fuel, where we turn textbook theory into real world clarity. If this breakdown helped you understand the selection process better, give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow learners. Don't forget to subscribe for more visually engaging concept driven content. And if you got and topic you're wrestling with, drop it in the comments. We are here to make learning smarter, sharper, and whole lot more fun. Until next time, keep building your knowledge one step at a time.